None of the presents under the tree was for me. A foster kid within his own family. It sounds fucked up, but nigga, that's me. I hated how my mama just took off. I guess she was mad the way that she got shook off from dad. Grandma did the best she could. Yes, man, but I still did it hand to hand. I still sold packs and grams. And I still lived off the land, trying to stack some grams. And I still try to be something that I'm not. The other dude right there, you know the best man. Why not the best man? Let me know. It's like a test, man. I'm just asking before I die. Can somebody tell me who I am? Goddamn. Is my pops Paul or Sam? Or that cat that be picking up cans? Or that dude that you used to write? I seen the mail, mom. That nigga in Clinton. Am I from Harlem or Brooklyn? I don't know. Spring Valley or Charleston? I don't know. A few cats have been where I've been, so I know y'all understand where I'm at with it. Anybody that ever been through anything in their life? Just vibe with me. That's all the struggle. You can overcome anything. Persistence overcomes resistance in every aspect of life. Rock with me, understand. Now I'm in the scheme of things, the Benz, the Bentley coupes, the beam of things, the coke, the dope, the triple beam and things. I'm getting money. You know the dream of things. Man, I thought I was the shit, had a Benz, but I lived in my neighbor's basement. Here's the question: how can a young nigga be so old? How can a hot nigga get so cold? How can an old nigga be so young? How can a smart nigga be so dumb? How can a cool nigga be such a nerd? With no wings, how can I be a bird? How come getting what I deserve is so unheard and so absurd? Why am I still here? So many niggas is gone, I was born my year. Scoot up writing this rhyme, I had to shed a tear, cause I've been waiting so long to say this shit here. Yeah. Y'all know where I'm at. That's just how it was. I smile now, but I smile to stop from crying.
I smile to stop from crying.
Yeah, to me. Yeah.
I smile now to stop from crying. We got to bring back the music. The music industry is over. So we got to bring back the music. Huh? That music that make you want to be motivated to do something. To be something. We got to save the music. Y'all already know the rules. When y'all come in the building, super violate that like button. I already seen we had more likes than people in the building for the first 2 minutes. And then the numbers just shot. So we already understand the game. It is what it is. It's their platform. It's their stage. We just performing with their 15 minutes of fame. Are you not entertained? Huh? It's just amazing. Nothing but stories. Content. Stories. How's why you always go live when I'm on my way to work? Well, you got to let me know your own schedule so we can go live when you at home. A lot of topics to talk about. It's a lot going on in America, huh? Black women are fighting for the right to have a black president. I gotta laugh at that. Because y'all so brainwashed that y'all fighting for a black president, but she's not black. Clearly. As a matter of fact, the way she represents herself with black children, this is why I just got to keep it all the way funky with my people, right? The people of the sun, the people of poverty and pain. That woman, see, back in the days, right? Back in the days, the next door neighbor was able to bust my ass if I got out of line. My next door neighbor would bust my ass if I got out of line because we had more of a village growing up in the hood where we had more of a connection where when you did something wrong, you get that ass whooped, they bring you home, you get home, you get your ass whooped. But Kamala Harris took pride and putting your children in the penitentiary, carrying herself like the evil stepmother. You know the evil stepmother? Because you always hear about the evil stepdad, but you never hear about that trifling ass stepmother. You never really hear about her because she knows that she got to be slick when she's dealing with a man. So she's more conniving at the damage that she does with your child, but not Kamala Harris. You know, I remember some time back when I broke up with my second baby mother. When I came home from jail, broke up with my second baby mother. I started staying with my sister Cease, right? For a little while. So I'm staying with Cease. And she had an Indian Hindu landlord, just like Kamala Harris. And we got into an argument. And the landlord said, "You people." And that's when the nigga came out of me. And Cease had to stop me from beating up her landlord because I asked him, "What do you mean when you call me you people? Who you talking to, dogs? You people." That's how they look at you. You people. See, what's understood don't have to be explained. When you got videos of Kamala Harris sitting on the internet, giving ingredients, recipes to black people meals, teaching you how to cook collard greens. Really? When we started doing that, she's giving you ingredients to collard greens with earbuds in her ears. Is this what we doing? No, absolutely not. Mr. CBH 365, God bless. Bro, that last live gotta go in the Hall of Fame. I don't even remember the last live. That's crazy. Luis Santos. Like, stop playing. Always so many topics to deal with on this internet right now. A lot of people going to take offense to what I say. And let me say this to the black women out there that got a man that's raising their children, that gives their children something to look up to. Because in this day and time, it takes two incomes. And not only do it takes two incomes, but for the woman that's not working, shout out to the black woman that's giving their children something to look up to, something to be proud of. Because the reality of it is, black women of today, a lot of y'all are not dealing with intellect. You're not. You're dealing with ego. You want to show and prove something. But I'm here to tell you, my failure throughout my teenage years came from my black mother with the same arrogance. My failure, my anger, my rage, even me with my dysfunctional ways all the way up to me being 48, just turning 48, and finally, see me, I'm gonna lead by example, and I'm gonna put myself first. With me breaking down all over the internet, going to Bronx River, getting clapped. Only time I went outside unprepared for war, because my mind was so broken, I went back to the Mecca, not realizing that that's not even the same era. Most of the people that was about something in Bronx River already moved out of Bronx River. And the other ones are still captive. They're prisoner to poverty and pain. They want to get out so bad. They want to get away from the nasty stench of the projects. They want to get out of the pissy hallways, the pissy staircases. They want to stop. They don't want to be intimidated by the children that's sitting up there robbing the elderly. See me, I'm a product of a broken woman who raised a broken child. So I know clear as day You females don't want to hear nothing from your son. Yeah, your son, me. That's who? Your son. That's what I represent. The poverty and the pain. The hurt. Most black women, most of you, are raising children who had to figure out how to become a man on his own. And then you got a female that tells and dictates to a man what it is for him to be a man and how should he be a man when she never had a man. Huh? How you gonna tell a young man how to walk the path of a man if he wasn't raised by a man? But when you lay down and you had him in that bed, when your toes was throwing up gang signs up under those sheets, and you was listening to that song, Making Love Between the Sheets, huh? Yeah, when you was listening to them old school jams that made you want to make love, the Teddy Pentagrams, Turn Off the Lights and Light a Candle. See, I think you females didn't realize that we was raised by a woman. So some of us dudes is just as shiesty as you woman. That's why when you finished throwing up gang signs and you fell asleep, when you woke up in the middle of the night or the next morning, that nigga that you laid down with, he wasn't there. He got up out of your bed before the sun came up. Cause Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, he wasn't with you. Nope, he left you to pick up the pieces with those children that he wanted nothing to do with it. You wasn't woman enough to pick a man that would love on you. You wasn't woman enough to pick a man that would love on your children. You picked a piece of shit. And now when it comes to voting in this office, you picking a piece of shit. All off your emotions, what you feel. See those selfies that y'all be taking all over Instagram, where every picture is showing your body? Your body is what got you in trouble because you wasn't using your mind. And when it comes to this election, you're still not using your mind. You're using your feelings. Y'all voting for a chick that don't even vote for you, that don't even stand for you. We said, I'm just going to have fun with this. Again, when y'all come in here, this live right here, if the super chat is not working, my cash app is $HASSAN Campbell. When y'all come in here, when you come in my house, take off your shoes and super violate that like button. Yo, I just want to have fun with this one. I just want to have fun with this live right here. Huh? In these last days of America. As we enter into this new world order. Shout out to the new world order. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. I understand that this world right here, this world, that I came into this world, when my daddy bust that nut in my mother, I competed against 1 million sperm cells to be here. I came into this world from darkness into the light, and I'll enter back into that darkness as I approach my grave. See, life is a test, and this world right here is a prison for the fallen angels. We only came to redeem our stripes back in this world through God. We are only here for a test. The question is, are you measuring up? Or are you passing that test? Huh? How is your scales? How is the balance of life? The life that you're living. You have to look in that mirror and reflect on you and your soul before you look at anybody else. You got to go in the depths of the fire of hell within yourself and overcome your childhood pains? Who was responsible of for your childhood? Your mother. And yeah, we know the man holds responsibility too, but he didn't want you. So he threw his responsibility in the garbage and left all the responsibility on the mother. Huh? Because all of us men don't do that. Some women out there, shout out to the black woman that actually made it happen and did whatever it took for you to make it happen to raise those children the best way that you could. And kept a man, not a bunch of men, in the household trying to give yourself and that child a family structure. You know? Because some of us switch our partners like we switch sneakers.
President Biden and Vice President Harris were down there meeting with local officials and comforting families, asking how they could help. And Donald Trump at a rally just started making up stories about the Biden administration withholding aid from Republican areas and siphoning off aid to give to undocumented immigrants. Just made the stuff up. Everybody knew it wasn't true. Even local Republicans said it was not true. And now the people of Florida are dealing with another devastating storm. And I want you to watch what happens.
Why are we talking about the people of Florida, Obama? Why are we not talking about all of those people that got hit real bad in North Carolina where the lithium mines is at? What are we talking about? Why are you deflecting? And see, you know it's terrible because now you want to go to the second storm. Y'all tried to use the second storm to overshadow the first storm, but the first storm is where all the devastation really happened at. The first storm is where the people got neglected at. The first storm is where FEMA and the rest of these corporations was turning away regular people from coming into these towns and helping these peoples. Who are you lying to? You're going to tell the people that they don't know what kind of aid they got? Who are you lying to? Who are you lying to, Obama?
Over the next few days, just like the last time. You're going to have leaders who try to help, and then you have a guy who will just lie about it to score political points, and this has consequences. Because people are afraid and they've lost everything, and now they're trying to figure out, how do I apply for help?
That part. People are afraid and they lost everything and they trying to figure out how to apply for help. Meanwhile, you got these people jumping over the border and they coming straight into America, into homes, bank accounts, jobs. They got the red carpet rolled out, but the people of America who actually work, pay taxes, they got to sit up there and try to figure out they're scared. So now, see, I know for me, right? And I got to get personal with this one. I know for me, right? I'm scared. I don't know if I got the balls to just go to somebody else's country and start a whole new life. Most people are scared to death to leave the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and go out of town and just move. They scared to pick up in their own country. But you got people coming over the border with the courage, knowing that they got faith in the American government to set them up for the rest of their life. Or for the next few years, they got the jump start. They got confidence when they coming over here. So much confidence that some of them are sleeping outside on the sidewalk because they know if they wait their turn, that there's going to be American blessings for them breaking the law coming over the border. But the people in America, say it again, Obama, they scared. And they scared with Hillary Clinton being in office right now. They are scared. They are afraid. And then you trying to sell us that we should keep her in office when you have people in America, this just came out of your mouth, Obama, the people are afraid under your leadership, under the Democrats, under that old senile man that we don't see. We don't see him nowhere. And Kamala Harris, she's in office right now, and you just said the people are afraid. They're not afraid because Trump is lying. They're afraid because Kamala Harris is already failing. And then you want her to continue to be in office so that she can continue to fail some more? Take the what and leave the what? No.
And some of them may be discouraged from getting the help they need. The idea of intentionally trying to deceive people in their most desperate and vulnerable moments. And my question is, when did that become okay?
Hold up. So, you speaking on people's desperate moments. They're living in desperate moments. But if they had a hero named Obama out there on the battlefield, helping them with food, water, shelter, if they had a hero called Kamala Harris that was stepping up to the plate, they wouldn't be scared. They'd be sitting up there making videos talking about the aid and the help that y'all gave them. Instead, we seen the total opposite. And y'all blaming Trump instead of blaming yourselves. Y'all are in office. Why are you addressing him instead of addressing the people who are scared? Where is the aid? Because y'all got to roll out on a regular going to Israel. Y'all got to roll out on a regular going to the UK and all the rest of these other places, shipping money all over. Everybody else gets money except for the people who need it the most. And the funny part about it is we can't even get the money that y'all taking out of our taxes back. All in. Blessings, family. God, good to see you. Like, stop playing.
I'm not looking for applause right now. I want to ask Republicans out there, people who are conservative, who didn't vote for me, who didn't agree with me. I have friends who disagreed with me on every issue. When did that become okay? Why would we go along with that? I mean, if your coworkers acted like that, they wouldn't be your coworkers very long. If you're in business and somebody you're doing business with just outright lies and manipulates, you stop doing business with them. Even if you had a family member who acted like that, you might still love them, but you tell them you've got a problem. And you wouldn't put them in charge of anything. And yet, when Donald Trump lies or cheats or shows utter disregard for our Constitution, when he calls POWs losers or fellow citizens vermin.
Hold up. So what, he's not telling the truth? Some of us fellow citizens are vermin. So what, you want Trump to lie? Some of the people that I grew up with ain't shit. The neighborhood Bronx River Projects, where I grew up, a lot of people there, you had some good, beautiful people that I could never forget. But we also had some people that was part of the community that wasn't shit. What are we supposed to lie? No, this ain't what we're not the parents, Obama, that's going to sit up there and act like we got a good kid. We're not doing that. Absolutely not. See, they say the truth shall set you free. And that's what we're looking for. We got to stand on truth in these last days of America, not the lies. No, we're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
People make excuses for it. They think it's okay. They think, well, at least he's owning the libs. He's really sticking it to them. who seem to think Trump's behavior, the bullying and the putting people down, is a sign of strength. And I am here to tell you that is not what real strength is. It never has been.
What was real strength, Obama? When you sent the American military over there and you destroyed Muammar Gaddafi? Before BRICS was started, Muammar Gaddafi was going to replace the dollar bill with gold. He had more than enough gold to replace the dollar bill currency with gold. And you sent troops over there and aired that man out. May he rest in peace. He was trying to liberate Africa. He was trying to liberate Africa. And after you did that, now the Chinese is taking over. Now the Chinese, he was trying to make Africa a superpower. And you, black man, you sent the white army over there to stop him. And we supposed to trust in you, Obama? Get your hand out of my pocket with your fake Malcolm X swag. Get your hand out of my pocket. I can't go for that. Oh, no. Images of Muammar Gaddafi. May he rest in peace. Nobody's perfect. But before that man died, he tried to liberate our brothers and sisters over there in Africa. And President Obama gave him a death sentence. What you talking about, bullying?
Real strength is about working hard and carrying a heavy load without complaining. Real strength is about taking responsibility for your actions and telling the truth even when it's inconvenient. Real strength is about helping people who need it and standing up for those who can't always stand up for themselves. That is what we should want for our daughters and for our sons. And that is what I want to see in a president of the United States of America.
Now, that's what he did at the end of that speech was called deflecting. Like, what are you talking about? What are you absolutely talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I know what you're scared of. I know what you're scared of. It ain't that Trump is telling lies. Trump is trying to undo everything that you're doing. Even though one thing I don't want to do is mislead y'all. There's some things that I stand with Trump on, and there's some things that I can't stand with none of these politicians, because what I need y'all to understand, the end game, right? The end game. What it all boils down to is digital slavery. One world ruler. One world leader. You'll never have these opportunities to vote for anything ever again. What we are getting ready to witness within the next 5 years is going to be crucial. Let me see something real quick. I'm going to get to this clown later. Oh, I'm going to get to this clown. But I want y'all, before I play this video, MD, Haas, thank you for always keeping it a buck. That's why the people champ keep it funky with all the lies. What you think of Lord Jamar being a flat earther, hitting the pipe. Peace, God. Shout out to Lord Jamal, but I don't believe in flat earth. I'm going to say this again. If the earth is flat and the sun is light years away, the earth should be lit up. The whole earth should go one night and one day at the same time. If the earth is flat, just like in my house right now, when I turn the light on, the light is hitting. The whole room is lit up. It's impossible for the earth to be so small and the sun to be so big, but the earth to be flat, and we have nighttime and daytime in different areas on this earth. We got different time areas. It's impossible. If the sun is in space, and the sun is bigger than the earth, then we shouldn't have no nighttime and daytime in different areas. Trump won't be able to fix all this in the second term. Of course he won't. Sometimes y'all got to take a break from listening to the ignorance and listen to the real, to the realness. Shout out to the 3,600 people in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Talk your ish, bro. The coaches, shout out to you. I just want y'all to listen to something. We're not really going off a topic, but I just want y'all to listen to something. Love you all in. Facts family. Appreciate you all in.
Right now.
This page right here, some of y'all probably seen this guy. I like him because he keeps us updated to the current events. His name is Steve Ram. Shout out to Steve Ram. I just want y'all to listen to a little bit of what's going on this is what's happening before this election. There's a good possibility, and I want y'all to understand this, that this election may not happen. We may wake up in the afterlife and not even know why we in the grave. Did you hear what I just said? I said we may wake up in the afterlife and not even know why we are in the grave. Are you not entertained?
Go ahead and let me know in the comments if you can hear me and see me okay. Drop a 5x5 if you can. Just want to make sure that the information is getting across okay before I start reporting the latest news that has been coming out. Breaking news coming out today, October the 14th, 2024. Moon Pie says, I hit the like button before the stream began. Thank you for that. Appreciate that support. I will continue to keep you up to date on everything so that way you know exactly what is going on. People saying, hello, what's up? 5x5s? Yes, okay. Awesome. Okay, let me go ahead and get you caught up on the latest. Today is October the 14th, 2024, and there is a new alert out coming from the United States regarding conflict taking place in the Pacific, as we have heard that China has surrounded Taiwan in military exercises against their independence. Today, China has deployed a record 125 military aircrafts. Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense has said, again, this coming out today, October the 14th, 2024. Here's another article coming out from CNN that says Taiwan condemns China military for their drills around island as unreasonable provocations against Taiwan. Now, why is this a concern and alert for the United States? Well, we have received warnings from the FBI Director Christopher Wray. The Chinese government poses a broad and unrelenting threat to the United States' critical infrastructure systems. Now, why is this? Because we have heard that when China invades Taiwan, they know that Taiwan is an ally of the United States, and as a result, the United States will come to their side for assistance. And China, anticipating this, we have heard over the course of the last 5 years, has constructed a cyber army that is constantly attacking our infrastructure systems, doing cyber attacks. We've heard they've already compromised tons and tons of infrastructure systems across the United States. And they are saying that they will unleash all of these simultaneously, all at once, when they invade Taiwan, if they believe that the United States is going to be coming to the side of their ally in a conflict that should be unfolding. So today,
are y'all listening? Do y'all hear carefully what he's saying? Y'all, I'm so sorry for that. Lord. Oh, damn dog got out the yard and decided to start hitchhiking in the middle of the street. Jumped in one of my neighbor's cars. Tried to pull a disappearing act. But yeah, gotta catch my breath. Woo! As this election, as we approach this election, this is what we're dealing with.
Military drills is an alert for the United States, as we are hearing that China has launched a major military alert against Taiwan. Now, in addition to that, Blinken just a couple days ago came out and warned China against provocation towards Taiwan. So this came out October the 11th. So it was almost anticipation, knowing that this was going to be unfolding. And like I said, I've shared with you here on the channel that the United States, they currently are investigating a Chinese-backed hack of telecom companies. We've heard AT&T, Verizon, Lumens, various companies, they have experienced cyber attacks. Now, we had had all those outages before, and we had heard that they were system errors and issues. Now it's coming out. No, it very likely was that these systems were hacked. AT&T, Verizon, let me know in the comments, did you have communications disrupted as a result of this? Well, we're hearing, it wasn't just you, we're hearing telecom companies were hit, and a lot of them having to do with sensitive information for the US government as well. So China, very active right now, infiltrating communications, infrastructure systems of the United States. We've heard what?
Stop right there for a second. If you listen to what he's saying carefully, we already are engaged in a war. We already engaged in a war right now. Digital, you got to watch your bank accounts. We already learned from the storms. Don't keep all your money in the bank, because if the power goes out, you can't spend your money. You got money in the bank, but you can't get online. So you got to have cash on deck. Gas stations closed down. You got to have gas. If you got a car and you driving a car, get you some emergency gas. Get you a gas container. Put some gas in it for an emergency purpose. You should not have to wait in emergency cases. Put you some emergency, the same way you got a lawnmower. Well, for those of us, see, everybody don't have a house. This is the problem. But yet and still, if you know somebody that got a house, invest in your doomsday bunker. If you know somebody that got a house with a garage, a shed, put a shed on a project, on a property. Invest in a doomsday vault, bunker, shed, whatever it is. Invest in yourself. Invest in the survival of tomorrow. Invest in yourself. It's called fear mongering. Ain't none of this gonna happen. America's a corporation. Take brands. You sound stupid. Being prepared. It's not fear. What you're doing is you telling everybody that you are afraid of what you're hearing instead of getting prepared, because we already see what's going on in Gaza. First and foremost, hold up. Why you acting like take bans? Why are you acting like we not the former slaves? Or rather on a new plantation. Why are you acting like we don't know who our ancestors is because of these same people in power fighting for more power? What are you talking about? You remind me of the Native Americans telling the other Native Americans that those peoples that's coming on the Santa Maria, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, that they no good. You the one that was telling the people then. That was your bloodline telling our people before we had Thanksgiving, before we sat down at the Thanksgiving table, and we didn't know that we was actually the mill. Sort of like, you ever watched Game of Thrones? When Rob sat down with his mother, he was supposed to marry the king's daughter. Instead, he married the love of his life, and then he went to a dinner that his mother told him not to go through, but he was so cocky and arrogant. He went there, and when he sat down at the table, he became the mill. His mother died. That's why Game of Thrones is one of my favorite shows. You remind me of the Native American, the Indians that went to the other Indians and said, oh, he's just fear-mongering. Voila, now we don't have our country. Now we sitting up here watching videos of the colonizers talking about an even greater war, because their purpose of navigating and controlling the world did not stop. But we're going to get more into that. Don't listen to dudes like him. Oh, this is called fear mongering. No, this is called having a conversation, because we are on the brink of World War III. And as a matter of fact, since I've been alive, and I've been alive 48 years, and it hasn't been a year damn near, except for when Trump was in office, that we didn't have a war. Miss me with that bullshit. Wrong device. Y'all better listen. Start listening. Because I'm going to get deeper.
Systems, power grids going down, ports, communication systems, social media platforms could go down. They're saying there's an assortment of different things that have been hijacked by these cyber attacks, these Chinese hackers that are infiltrating U.S. systems in preparations for war. And we're...
So y'all can't see me? That's something they doing behind the scene. Y'all can't see me? Show must go on.
Today that they had one of the biggest drills ever so far around Taiwan, and they're saying this is a unnecessary provocation by China against Taiwan, and the U.S. is sounding the alarms on this. So, like I said, these articles coming out today, October the 14th, 2024. I'm going to go ahead and share with you the latest, so that way you can hear it for yourself, what is coming out on this. And again, all of these things we're hearing are ramping up as we are approaching elections. We are hearing that these elections, there's likely going to be something going on during elections, and as we come up to elections with potential physical attacks, cyber attacks, the threat is at an elevated state right now. We've heard from the FBI director say he has never seen it as bad as we are currently seeing right now at this time. So I'm going to share with you the latest articles, and do me a favor, if you appreciate that, please take a second, hit that like button for me.
No, I got 5. Y'all gotta understand something, right? They don't want me up here doing what I'm doing. So y'all gotta weather the storm. If you can hear the message, then hear the message, because regardless of what, y'all already see what time it is. Y'all been know that they've been tampering with my platform. Come on, let's be real, man. The show must go on. The message still gotta be here.
Screen right now while we're live, and that should do the like button. It's very simple, easy, helps out the channel a ton. I see we've got 1,372 people live with me in the room, 234 likes. Helps spread this out further so more people can get the latest information.
Shout out to the 4,000 people in the building. What's the 411? We 4111. Shout out to the 4,000 in the building. Are you not entertained? Now watch them take the numbers back down.
Also, subscribe to stay up to date. It's totally free. Why not? I'll keep you up to speed on everything, so that way you know what's taking place. I always say here on the channel, it's good for us to be aware. Don't be scared, be prepared. Not pretend to stick our heads in the sand and act like nothing's going on, but to be aware and to take the necessary precautions, so that way...
Did you hear what he said? Don't be scared, be aware, be prepared. That's it. If you prepare yourself for the elements of this world and what's going on in this world, the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to be ready. If you don't prepare yourself, well, just don't come asking a person like me that have all these kids. I got 20 kids to take care. Don't ask me to take care of you and my children. That's all I'm asking. Don't be looking in my pocket. We got the same opportunity. Don't ask me to take care of you and your children when you had the time to prepare and you wanted to hang out on Saturday night, Friday night. Every night you party, but you're not preparing. You got more sneakers in your house than you got canned food.
We have things taken care of for ourselves and our families, and we know exactly what is going on. Somebody's telling me that Facebook is down. Is that true? Is Facebook down right now as well? As we're hearing about all of these attacks going on, I'll take a look right now and see. I know that that was one of the ones.
My Facebook was acting up earlier today. Lost and found. If you think Verizon, AT&T, America, Waterworks, and Social Security numbers leaks weren't a cyber attack, you're asleep. Of course it was a cyber attack that we going through. Now we got to get prepared for it. We definitely got to get prepared for it. Mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. We have to be prepared for it. Listen, everybody's not going to survive. Everybody is not going to survive. It's not meant for everybody to survive. And I'm not going to tell you only the strong survive, only the smart survive. Because see, I see a bunch of strong people that's going to die in the penitentiary because they was weak-minded, because they was angry, and they let their emotions rule over them. I see a bunch of dudes that you think is strong, they wasn't strong. They was brute. They was thugged out. But if they used their brains, they wouldn't be dying in the penitentiary. And I see a bunch of hood niggas glorifying a bunch of niggas that's going to die in the penitentiary that we could have used out here on the battlefield called Earth. This dude talking from a Jewish-owned building in the Bronx. It doesn't matter where he's talking from. I don't care where he's talking from. All I care about is what he's talking about and what's going on in the world and keeping myself prepared for what's to come. While y'all niggas be sitting up there looking on Instagram, y'all looking at a bunch of lost ass people posting a bunch of lost ass niggas that got a RIP over their head or they doing life in jail. That's what y'all looking at. Y'all not looking at somebody that made history. Y'all looking at niggas that made the penitentiary. Y'all not looking up to people like Shaka Zulu and seeing how he was played out of position. Y'all looking at niggas that killed their friends on Cozy Corner that got life in jail and claiming they set. That bugged out. We don't do that over here.
I heard had been compromised as well. Let's see if Facebook is down. No, I don't see it down right now.
Damn, I guess whoever they had spying on my page decided to get to work now because they just basically took 1,000 people out of our live. You see what I'm saying? I knew it was only a matter of time. This is what they do. Y'all hit the like button though.
No, but we are hearing that there are, I think it was Rumble and Facebook, some of the ones that I had heard were compromised that they said they were trying to defend against. And a lot of people saying, well, if we know that there are these issues, why aren't we doing something about it? Well, it's our understanding the FBI is that they have a cyber defense army that is trying to keep up with everything that's going on. But they're saying they are outnumbered 50-1 for every U.S. cyber defense individual that we have. There are 50 Chinese cyber attackers that are coming, infiltrating the system, so they just simply cannot keep up with all of the attacks that are taking place. And in addition to that, that's just China. It does not take into consideration Russia, Iran, all of these other nations that want to wreak havoc on the United States, and we're hearing have become emboldened as we are approaching the elections. So let me go ahead and dive right in and get you guys caught up on the latest. I see we got 50.
So basically what he's saying is that we having cyber attacks all over the place from different countries. Are you not entertained? Or maybe you are entertained. Be real, thank you for sponsoring this war. Appreciate you, family. And anybody else that I've missed. This thing always happened when the Jews are in power. Read the Bible. First of all, what we're not going to do not come inside my comment section and start mentioning those people name while I'm on those people platform, knowing that they got the power to just kick me out of my live and kick me out of my live and take my channel. Why would you do that? Why would you sit up there and you actually say something so disrespectful, knowing that you could cost me my channel by doing that? Why would you do that? Everybody knows that you cannot mention the people name or disrespect them people on their platform. This is their house. Why would you come in my comment section and do that? One of my mods, please erase that. Erase that out of here. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Call my donations for this month. Appreciate you, family. Don't come in my comment section and do nothing like that. I take that very personal because this platform, I built this platform by myself with my supporters that helped me to stay afloat. And then you come in here and you say something that'll cause me to lose my platform after all the blood, sweat, and tears. Because this is our line of communication, and this is where we hang out at. See, we don't be on the street corners like that. Every once in a while, I might go see my brother T-Mac and some of my other brothers out on the street corners, but that's not what I do. Overall, we hang out in the house where our children is in the next room. This is where we hang out at. This is what we do so that we can be by home, safeguarding our houses. And then you got your, like, it's like, y'all play dumb, like y'all don't know what y'all doing, but you know exactly what you just did. You know exactly what you just did. Don't come back in my comment section and do that again. Don't do that again. That's like asking a dude in the street, see how they just zapped my joint out? It just went in and out. It's like asking a dude in the street if he got his gun on him in front of the police. What are you doing? Trying to get a nigga locked up and you know a nigga's a felon? What are you doing? And to any of my mods, to anybody that's sitting up there causing any disrespect towards the Jewish community, block them out of my channel. We don't do that. Shout out to the 4,000 people back in the building. That's what y'all niggas trying to do. Y'all trying to sabotage your nigga channel. That's what y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to sabotage your nigga channel. Nah, it ain't gonna happen. Shout out to the 4,300 people in the building. See the difference? That's why I tell y'all to hit the like button, because they say certain things and they do certain things so that my channel can get taken. And they be flagged. So while they flagging, y'all gotta hit the like button. Who sent you? What agency you work for? Shout out to the 4,400 people in the building. Huh?
There are 44 people live with me in the room. Do me a favor again, take a second, hit that like button as we are hearing that China today has surrounded Taiwan in military exercises against Taiwan's independence. China has deployed a record 125 military aircrafts. Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense has said, coming out today, October the 14th, 2024.
125 military aircrafts. Shout out to the 4,700 people in the building. For those of y'all that don't know, Taiwan is an ally to America. But Taiwan is also in the middle, is close by China, so that it gives America support and a foundation to go to war with China.
This article coming out from Fox News, and these will all be cited right after this live stream. I'll go ahead and drop it into the files for you guys. China launched a record-breaking number of military aircrafts on Monday today in exercises surrounding Taiwan, serving as a warning against independence, officials said. Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense says the 125 Chinese military aircrafts are the most that it has counted in a single day. The ministry added that 90 of the aircrafts, including warplanes, helicopters, and drones, were spotted within Taiwan's air defense identification zones. So there's an assortment of aircrafts in the area. China's defense ministry said the drills were a response to the Taiwanese president's refusal to accept Beijing's demands that self-governed Taiwan acknowledge itself as a part of the People's Republic of China under the rules of the Communist Party. So their refusal is what sparked this. So this is
their refusal. They're refusing. Taiwan is refusing to move with China. Now, what y'all got to understand is, if Taiwan end up going to war with China, America has no choice but to support Taiwan, because Taiwan is an ally of America. Do y'all see where this world is going as we approach an election? And see, y'all got to understand something, right? With Trump now getting ready, or rather, they say he just survived a third assassination attempt, right? This is a third assassination attempt that they're saying, allegedly, that Trump survived, or attempt that went down when they caught a dude Saturday with guns and stuff like that in his car. Now, I don't know if that was an attempt or not, but they said he had passes to get into the venue and everything. And it is what it is. The closer we get to this election, more and more things is unfolding that's ugly. I told y'all that. 9 times out of 10, there's a good possibility that this election is not going to happen. Damn, they took a whole 1,000 people out of this live. Shit. Olin, you didn't have to delete that comment on talking about Mama Duck. You didn't have to delete that. As far as Mama Duck go, family, we spoke about that on the last topic. As a matter of fact, I make a pre-recorded just for you. Thank you for that donation, family.
Just business as normal. This is their response to them saying that Taiwan is not acknowledging themselves as a part of China. The military operation comes 4 days after Taiwan celebrated the founding of its government on its National Day, with Taiwanese President Lai Ching-te saying that in a speech that China has no right to represent Taiwan, and declaring his commitment to resist annexation or encroachment. Now, the United States is seriously concerned by the People's Liberation Army joint military drills in the Taiwan Strait and around Taiwan. State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller said in a statement, "The PRC response with military provocation to a routine annual speech is unwarranted, and this risks escalation. We call on the PRC to act with restraint and to avoid any further action that may undermine peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait and in the border region, which is essential to regional peace and prosperity and a matter of international concern," he added. "We continue to monitor PRC activities and coordinate with allies and partners regarding our shared concerns," they said. Chinese Foreign Minister spokesperson Mao Ning slammed Taiwanese independence during a briefing last Friday, saying, "I would like to stress that Taiwan independence is incompatible with peace in the Taiwan Strait as fire with water." The Lai Ching-te authorities attempted to reject reunification through the use of force is futile. No matter how many weapons they buy, they cannot stop the historical trend toward China's reunification, she also added. So they are saying that they are going to be coming for Taiwan. Now, a map aired on China's state.
They're coming for Taiwan the same way black people should be coming for. Oh, right. They still thinking that they still got you thinking that you from Africa. They got you convinced that during a time where they had cameras, they have no pictures. There's no pictures of the ships that they came over here with, the slave ships. There's no pictures of them slips. The same way China, see, this is why I respect China. China wants Taiwan back. That's their land. They want it back. All black people want is Friday and Saturday night.
Broadcast CCTV showed 6 large blocks encircling Taiwan, indicating where the military drills were being held, along with circles drawn around Taiwan's outlying islands. China's defense ministry has not said how long the drills will last. China deployed its Leiling aircraft carrier for the drills, and CCTV showed a J-15 fighter jet taking off from the desk of the carrier, though the exact location of the ship was unclear. China's People's
All right, so let me break this down, because I got to break this down in a ghetto fashion. So what China is doing to Taiwan is basically rolling up on a block and showing its arsenal. Like, yeah, we got this. Don't get your snot box rocked. You keep playing with us, you're going to get your TV turned off. Night, night. Yeah, this is what China is doing. It's pulling up with its arsenal, trying to be intimidating. And it's telling Taiwan, get down or lay down. If Taiwan doesn't get down with China, China is going to wipe Taiwan off of the map. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Y'all better ask somebody. MD. Facts, Haas. Don't take the shaitan's bait. Real king shit. DJ Vlad and his people know what they doing. Also, we know who owns the ships. Peace, God. Shout out to the 4,000 people back in the building. Are you not entertained?
Army Eastern Theater Command spokesperson Senior Captain Li Shi said that the Navy, Army Air Force, and Missile Corps were all mobilized for the drills, which were an integrated operation according to the Associated Press. Taiwan's defense ministry said it deployed warships to designated spots in the ocean to carry out surveillance and stand ready. It also deployed mobile missiles and radar groups on land to track the vessels at sea. Our military will definitely deal with the threat from China appropriately, Joseph Wu, Secretary General of Taiwan Security Council, said Monday at a forum in Taipei, according to the Associated Press. Threatening other countries with force violates the basic spirit of the United Nations Charter to resolve disputes through peaceful means, he said. So they are receiving these warnings coming out. These drills that are taking place by China, Taiwan is not taking them lightly. They're threatening them as they are saying that they are very upset about Taiwan's independence that is being claimed against China. And China, they are provoking Taiwan at this time with these drills, busting out tons of military equipment in these drills in the Pacific. So again, this is a major concern.
Listen, man. They not just intimidating. China's not just intimidating Taiwan. China got balloons traveling all over America, spying on us. Our water is contaminated. There is a big recall on meat. Matter of fact, there's damn near a recall on everything. Get mentally prepared, spiritually prepared, physically prepared. Get ready. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Because it's like, listen, man. Our borders being infiltrated was the worst thing that could have ever happened to us. You let a thief in the night come into your home. And see, the crazy part about it is, we didn't, I don't know if we had these laws when we was the natives of America, when this was our land, when this was a Mexican, and Egypt, which is us, we were the Egyptians, and Kemet was over there in Africa, and we was all connected, and the Mexicans was our people. Well, the black ones, until the colonizers came over, the Spaniards, and they did what they did. I don't know how they infiltrated us, but I know we infiltrated now. And regardless of what, we got to stand together and clean house. We should not have to wait for the police to stop these border jumpers for the things that they, we're going to get into that. I don't even, pump the brakes. Pump the brakes, Haas. Pump the brakes. Shout out to the 2,000 people that hit that like button, but we ain't done yet. It's 4,000 people in the building. Violate that like button, man. Protect y'all channel. Those of y'all that's watching this channel that I inspired to be YouTubers, or that came home from work or sitting home right now watching me, shout out to y'all. This is y'all channel too. This is us. We all we got. Violate that like button. Hit that like button.
To the United States, because we're hearing that when this happens, that is likely when we are going to...
Hold up. Talk Israel. Don't be scared. What you mean talk Israel? What do you mean talk Israel? Talk what? Specifically, what do you want to be said about Israel that we don't already see? Why am I talking about Israel when I live in America? Living in America. See, here's the problem, right? I don't really give a fuck about what's going on over there. I really don't. I care about what's going on. I can't help nobody over there in Israel. I can't help nobody over there in Palestine. I care about what's getting ready to happen where my children and where my grandchildren live at. I'm not worried about nobody else. See, that's what your problem is. You want to talk about somebody over there. I'm talking about here. Things that's going to affect us in America. If you care about what's going over there in Israel, go move over there. Do something. Talk about Israel for what? I'm focused on my house, my rent, my mortgage, my light bill, feeding my children, mowing my grass, taking out my garbage, my shit. You telling me to go worry about somebody else?
These cyber attacks that have been implemented by China against the United States infrastructure systems begin to take place. Now, here's an article that came out back in April. This is a reminder. Chinese government poses a broad and unrelenting threat to U.S. critical infrastructure systems, FBI Director Wray has said. We've been hearing this for over a year now, for quite some time. They're concerned about Chinese hackers coming against the United States. FBI Director Christopher Wray on April 18th warned national security and intelligence expert, as well as students, that risks of the government of China they are posing right now against the U.S. national and economic security are upon us at this time. They are upon us now. And that U.S. critical infrastructure is a prime target for this. The PRC, or the People's Republic of China, has made it clear that it considers every sector that makes our society run as fair game in its bid to dominate on the world stage, and that it plans, and that its plan is to land low blows against civilian structure to try to induce panic and break America's will to resist. He said in remarks at the Vanderbilt Summit of Modern Conflict and Emerging Threats.
I don't even like the sound of that. Break America's will to exist. Just ponder on that for a second. To break Americans' will to exist. Every day we see something happening and them fixing it. Every day we see something happening.
Nashville, but he suggested that partnership with both the private sector and academia can be a powerful tool in a quest to neutralize these threats being posed by China. He said we must understand these threats. The overall threat from the Chinese Communist Party, or the CCP, is a hybrid one that involves crime, counterintelligence, and cybersecurity, and which the FBI is countering with resources from all three missional spheres, Wray said. The threat is partially driven by the CCP's aspirations to wealth and power, Wray said, adding that China wants to seize economic development in the areas most critical to tomorrow's economy, even if doing so requires theft. The Chinese government has tried to pilfer intellectual property, technologies, and research from nearly every industry of the United States' economies, he noted. But the CCP also wants to prevent the United States from being able to get in the way of potential future crisis between China and Taiwan, which they're saying they anticipate will happen before the year 2027. So this is something that is on the FBI's radar. This is a warning back from April of 2024, but we've been hearing this for a while now, that China is planning to invade Taiwan. We don't know when. We don't know when China will have everything lined up to do so, but they're saying before the year 2027. They're expecting that this will hit, and when this hits, the United States will know, because they are saying that the CCP hackers, the Communist Chinese Party's hackers, they will initiate infrastructure hacks that will disrupt U.S. systems. Americans are starting to feel the effects of...
Now, let me stop right there. If we know that the power is going to go out, what do? We go back to a time where we didn't have no power. It's simple. We go back to the days of growing our own fruit. We go back to eating off the land. This is what we got to start preparing to do right now. I don't care where you live at. If there's grass across the street from you, go plant a seed. I don't care where you live at. If there's grass, and see me, I should have been more prepared as far as with my greenhouse than I am. All of us are slacking in some type of way. The main objective is to do better. Do better. There's always room for improvement for us as far as our livelihood. I'm never going to be afraid of the lights going out because there was a time where our people didn't have any lights. But we are living in the time of the day where there's solar power energy, and that could be tapped into. So you could use solar power stuff. And there's so much other stuff that I really want to touch on, but I don't want to go off a topic. And we're going to finish up with this guy right here. Shout out to Steve Ram for doing the homework, because the way he reads and he's reading these articles, I can't see like that, even with my damn. So they keep trying, they keep doing something to the live. It keeps going in. I don't know why. I need y'all to hit the like button, because somebody is doing something. Somebody is doing something. They're flagging this live to knock it out. It just went out 2 times. Y'all need to hit the like button to keep us afloat. Do be a fix. Israel is a bigger threat to America and children in China. Now 100 soldiers and $1 billion of your own money going through. Why you so blind, Hassan? Again, do I fix? What you're doing is you're trying to get my channel taken. You're trying to say things on my channel to get my channel taken. And what you're doing is foul. I'm not going to play your game. So you left that super chat and that comment because what you're doing is dirty. You know that goes against the community guidelines. You know the same shit that you're doing just got Candace Owens monetization taken off of her channel. Get off my channel with that. Don't come on my channel playing that game. Do that on your channel. Do that on your channel. Don't come on my channel trying to sit up there and do what you're doing. Because the reality of it is, the people over here, we know how to we know how to engage in each other, and we know what to say, we know not what not to say. You don't come in somebody's house and disrespect them in their house. This is not my platform. So I know how to play my role. This is not my platform, and I built this shit, and you're not gonna get my shit taken away. It's always a nigga that ain't never worked for nothing in his life. You ain't never worked for nothing in your life. You've never accomplished and built not a percentage of what I got right here. But you want to come in my comment section and be bold. So where I can't feed my family. That's what you're doing. You're trying to stop me from feeding my family. But if you so bold, why don't you do something? Go make the news, my nigga. If you so bold, don't throw no $5 in my super chat. Go outside and do something. Go do something. Don't come up here and try to sabotage my platform. Nah. Don't do that. Don't come sabotage my platform. I thank God Almighty. And I thank YouTube. And I thank the Jewish community for creating YouTube and allowing me to feed my family. Don't try to take food off my plate, my nigga. I don't never want to go back to selling drugs on the block. I don't never want to go back to being a stick-up kid. I don't never want to go back to that mentality where I'm loading up guns every single day, looking with that grimy look. I don't never want to look with that grimy look. I don't never want to have to do that again every day. I did that for the majority of my life. And now you see a nigga made something out of himself and you trying to snatch that. So real with it, go make noise with it. Don't make noise in my comment section. Go make noise in real life.
Sprint, he said, pointing out cyber intrusions and criminal activities at early deterrence efforts by the CCP. Budgets are currently being crafted that will determine what resources the United...
I gotta respect the gift. Shout out to Hotep Nation. Let me say this. And let me make myself very, very clear. I can't stand you Hotep niggas. Do you hear me? I cannot stand you Hotep niggas. I cannot stand you. If you don't get your brother polite, Dr. Umar Johnson ass out of here, if you don't get your Sinetta TV ass out of here, those two, if you don't get your Dr. York ass out of here, if you don't get your Africa Bambaataa ass out of here, this shit right here, nah, absolutely not. Give me the gangbangers, give me the Bloods, give me the Crips, give me the Latin Kings, give me the Nietas. But them Hotep, get them. One thing I cannot stand. I cannot stand you Hotep nigga. I cannot stand you. Absolutely not. I cannot tolerate you, young Pharaoh ass niggas. Absolutely not. And what's the other dude that y'all keep sharing all over Facebook that's locked up touching his children? What's the other one? What's the nigga name? That imitated young Pharaoh whole style? What's his name again? Say it in the comment section. The dark-skinned dude with the dreads. No, get your Hotep ass out of here. No, not polite. We talking about the dark-skinned kid with the Jamal. I think it's Jamal, whatever, Rashad Jamal. That one. The one that's in jail for touching his kids. You keep them Hotep niggas. I don't like, it's like when you watch Demolition Man, right? When you watch Demolition Man, I swear, I love Demolition. Y'all need to go back and watch Demolition Man again. Because I'm going to do a whole live on Demolition Man. Go watch Demolition Man again. Hit the like button. Y'all notice how they just took, they just took like 1,200 people out of his live just that quick. And I'm telling y'all know it wasn't the Hotep niggas. Listen. Y'all can get man, take your Hotep ass that way. Please. Please do. I ain't never been raised in my life with a Hotep nigga. I've never in my life in the hood seen a Hotep nigga. Never in my life. Of course they blurring it because they pulling people out of the live. They pulling the numbers down. Little domination, keep up the gifting. I ain't never seen none of them Hotep niggas in my life. Like, cut it out, man. Not in real life, not in real time. No, you can keep them niggas. You can keep them Captain Tazariak niggas too. You can keep that sellout ass nigga too. You can take the Hebrew Israelites that run with Captain Tazar. You can take them sellout ass niggas too. Take them too. And throw them all in the same garbage can. Because once I seen Captain Tazariak kissing Whack 100 ass, I lost all respect for that brother. I had all respect in the world for the Hebrew Israelites. When I first met Captain Tazariak, I looked at that brother like a superhero. When I see him now, all I see is him kissing Whack 100 ass. He coming around the mountains when we come. He be coming around them. You don't get your Hotep ass out of here. Nah. Rise and shine. Out of here with that shit. Get out of here. Lily used to irritate my soul when she was so fond of you Hotep niggas, and I was sitting up there telling her, I'm like, nah. I grew up with these niggas. They full of shit. All these Hotep niggas you seen was in the Zulu Nation. I was raised by that. Master manipulators. Dr. York. Africa Bambaataa was a student of Dr. York. Dr. York had those allegations going on with him for 50 years. This shit didn't start. This wasn't nothing that newly started with Dr. York. I speak on our community. That's safety. That's safe money. Nah, I speak on more than our community. And when we speaking about the shaitan, we learned how to speak in code. So when you come on our platform and you don't know how to speak in code and say certain things, then we know that you an agent, you a bot trying to take the channel down. We speak in code around here, my nigga. If you don't know our slang, then this ain't the place for you. Go to one of the other channels. That's what you do. This ain't a Hotep channel, my nigga. We ain't Hotep around here. Don't get that fucked up. Let me make that very, very clear. We not Hotep around here. I don't even like that fucking word. If you so Hotep, go back to Africa. Huh? Go over to Africa the way that the border jumpers, the illegals is coming over here. If you love Africa as a continent, as the motherland, the way you acting like you love it on the internet, why you not rushing to get over to Africa the way the Mexicans or Ecuadorians or whoever, Jamaicans, Africans, everybody that's coming to America is because they want a new life in America. If you are Hotep and you love Africa like that, why are you not going over there? Because you full of shit. You only Hotep on the internet, my nigga. Hotep your ass out of here. Now, anybody that's part of the Hotep community, they got love for me, I got love for you too. But unfortunately, most of the people in the Hotep community is full of shit. I can't stand them. I've been calling out Brother Polite before he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. I've been calling out Young Pharaoh before he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Umar Johnson is one of the smartest of the smartest. So you ain't going to directly catch him with his hand in the cookie jar, but we already see Umar Johnson is full of shit. Out of the Hotep community, the only one that I sort of got respect for, that ain't show us that he's full of shit, is Seti. I got somewhat of a respect for Seti because he stay in his lane and he stay who he is. So salute to Seti. The rest of these niggas hit him in the head with the headshot. Headshot, headshot. Get your Hotep ass out of here. Talking that Hotep shit. Nah. We ain't doing that. You niggas ain't in the streets. And you can get your Black Lives Matter too. Get them up like Black Lives Matter, Until Freedom. All of them, like, listen, even all the 501c3s, even them dudes that you see standing outside, some of them I rock with, some of them I don't. All them dudes you see standing outside that's under that 501c3 with the bullhorn, I'm not rocking with them neither. I'm not playing. I'm not rocking with them niggas neither. I don't have no beef with 19 Keys. I don't know much about 19 Keys, so I don't have no beef with 19 Keys. I don't know the brother like that. I do respect some of the knowledge from Brother Ben X. I do respect some of the knowledge that comes from the other brother from the Nation of Islam, Wesley Muhammad. I respect some of the knowledge that comes from But see, here's the thing, right? Take the message and leave the messenger. That's it. I respect RZA. RZA, when it comes to the body, when it comes to health, when it comes to certain information, I respect RZA. I respect RZA because RZA has a lane where he can teach me. RZA has a lane where he can teach us. Where I can't sit up there. There's certain people, like for example, you got a mechanic or electrician. I'm not an electrician, so I respect my lane. When somebody, Yaki, I love Yaki. I love Yaki. I love Yaki. I love Yaki. But to me, Yaki is Yaki. All that Hotep shit, nigga, I'm in America. This is America. I am an American. And when Hulk Hogan came down to the ring, I just want to be an American. I got the wrestling, I got the WWF belt on my, or the WWE belt on my, I'm an American for life and death. America's my home. I come from Bronx River, 1455. 1609, 1435, 1635, 1420, 1460. Huh? I got to keep going? I'm from Bronx River and Webster Ave. Shout out to Coney Island, Jamaica, Queens, American Linden, the places that I laid my head. I don't know what you talk. Wilmington, North Carolina. Huh? Shout out to Gun Blazing, New Haven. My second home in my childhood. Gun Blazing, New Haven. I love Africa, but America's my home to the death. America's my home. Y'all not going to convince me not to love my land where my ancestors is buried. I love America. This is my home.
This government will have available to fight back 3 years from now, he said. In the private sector and in academia too, the investments, the partnerships, security, and the capabilities that we are building today will dictate how those sectors are prepared or not prepared 3 short years from now, he said. Now, we are trying to protect critical infrastructures. The FBI worries what this spread means for our country's critical infrastructure systems, since these vital sectors, everything from water treatment facilities to energy grids to transportation and even information technology, form the backbone of our society. And as I mentioned, I shared with you that we had just heard that the largest water servicing provider in the United States was hit with a cyber attack. It is an ongoing investigation, but I believe it was American Water Works, if I remember correctly, servicing 14 different states. And the number one question that people had was, is the water safe to drink? Because it was drinking water, wastewater, and tons of facilities across the United States. They said that they believed it did not disrupt operations, and they said they believed the water was safe to drink. But a lot of people very concerned.
If you don't have money for water, go get you a garbage can from Home Depot. Fill that garbage can up in your tenement building. Fill that garbage can up in your project building and leave that water there. Leave that water. Listen, I got fish tanks. I got ponds. I'm going to get me some water. But at the same time, I also know that they got barium, they got chemtrail. So things fall from the sky. Some people can't afford water. Well, if you can't afford water, get you a garbage can. Fill that shit up. You don't have to drink bottled water. Get you some water, a clean garbage can. Drink you your water out of that garbage can. That's it, man. 3 days without water, you're dead. 3 days without water, you're dead.
California, Hawaii, Virginia, tons of different states, 14 of them, they said, being serviced by this company that was hacked. They actually had to take portals offline and told people, listen, if you can't pay your bill, it's okay. We won't charge you light fees. You know, don't worry about it. Right now, we're trying to address this security issue as there has been a breach that has unfolded. So a lot of people very concerned about that as well. Now, these are the critical infrastructures we've received warnings from. The FBI is saying that these threats are coming from a group called Volt Typhoon. And like I said, water systems, electrical grids, ports, we're hearing medical stuff, pharmaceutical, hospitals. We're hearing there have been disruptions to navigation systems for ambulances. So they are hitting all of these. Now, the FBI said their ability to both collect and act on intelligence is crucial to our fight against China's threat. On the cyber front, this includes sharing lessons learned with the private sector and outreach to potential victims, using our technical prowess to halt cyber intrusions and safeguard victims, and taking additional law enforcement actions to disrupt and deter cyber incidences. Now, the FBI fights back against China through Bureau-led joint sequenced operations alongside our partners. Now, as a part of those operations, we're often sharing targeting and other information with partners like U.S. Cyber Command, foreign law enforcement agencies, the CIA, and others, and then acting as one together. Ray used the FBI's response to the aforementioned cyber compromises to illustrate what these collaborative operations can look like in practice. So they're saying they're trying to all work together to try to detour these threats that are coming from China. And this is accelerating the threat at this time. What we're hearing happen today, October the 14th, 2024, with these new war drills coming out from China around Taiwan, which Taiwan is saying an unnecessary provocation, or excuse me, unreasonable is what it says on CNN. And again, this coming out today. Taiwan had condemned the latest round of Chinese military drills around the self-governing island as an unreasonable provocation after Beijing deployed warships, fighter jets, in what was described as a stern warning to separatist acts of Taiwan's independent forces today on Monday, October the 14th. The Chinese Military Eastern Theater Command said on Monday today that the drills involving joint operations of the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, and the Rocket Force are being conducted in the Taiwan Strait, a narrow body of water separating the island mainland of China, as well as encircling Taiwan. So they are encircling, doing drills around Taiwan, the entire island. China's military exercises around Taiwan, a democracy of 23 million people, have become increasingly frequent in recent years and have tended to coincide with events that have angered Beijing. Analysts said Monday's drill were a part of a general strategy of both keeping Taiwan under pressure and normalizing regular war games against Taiwan. And again, this is a major concern for the United States, because when this unfolds, when we see China attack Taiwan, we're hearing that is when Taiwan will detonate or activate these various infrastructure system hacks that they have against the United States. Now, I suspect that maybe they already knew that this was coming a little bit, because
this is almost over. I know we got to be bored, get going through it, because you're not used to this type of stuff, but I can't give y'all all celebrity gossip and not give you current events. I can't do that. Absolutely not. My job is to wake my people up, not to keep you asleep. Every day, we are moving closer to doomsday. Every day, we are moving closer to Armageddon. Every day, we are moving closer to your life turning upside down like you ain't never ever seen it happen before. And see, when God gave me a mic, I'm going to use my voice the way that I can. That's all I can do. Are you not entertained? Violate that like button. Hit that like button.
On October the 11th, Anthony Blinken had warned China against provocations towards Taiwan. So Anthony Blinken already issuing out these warnings. The United States Secretary of State Anthony Blinken on Friday had warned China against military provocations towards Taiwan, following Beijing's strong reaction to an annual speech by the leader of the self-ruled democracy. So the U.S. already saw this coming. I can tell you that with regard to the so-called 10-10 speech, which is a regular exercise, China should not use it in any fashion as a pretext for provocative actions, said Anthony Blinken. But as you can see, it appears China disregarding these warnings coming out from the United States. And this comes as the latest concern of cyber attacks against the U.S. This coming out from CBS News on Friday. The U.S. is investigating a China-backed hack of telecom companies. Here's what we know. Federal authorities are urgently investigating a cyber attack linked to a China-backed hacker that targeted major U.S. telecommunication companies and systems used for key government intelligence collection capabilities. A U.S. official familiar with the matter confirmed to CBS News. The hacking group known as Salt Typhoon hit numerous companies, including Verizon, AT&T, Lumen's Technology. The official, who spoke on conditions of anonymity, said that the depth and the severity of the hack are not yet clear. So they don't know the extent of which that this has unfolded or the damage, but they know that they were hacked. According to the official, the Chinese hackers breached systems used by U.S. intelligence to conduct wiretaps, and both government agencies and the affected private companies are trying to ascertain what information, if any, the malign actors were able to collect. The hack was first reported by the Wall Street Journal. The FBI and other federal agencies, including the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, or the CISA, are currently investigating the cyber breach. The FBI, the Justice Department, the CISA, they did not have comments. AT&T and Lumen's Technology declined to comment on this report. Verizon did not immediately respond to CBS's news for comments. So we are hearing that these hacks are becoming more prevalent, that they are hitting AT&T, Verizon, Lumen's communication systems, trying to disrupt U.S. government capabilities to communicate, along with our other infrastructure systems, water, electrical, all of these are being hit. And they are saying that these will ramp up, and the threat is more heightened than ever before as we are approaching elections. And when China decides to invade Taiwan, that is when we will see likely a major hit against U.S. infrastructure systems. So this is an alert that has come out today, October the 14th, 2024, Monday, as we saw this major war drill done in the Pacific as China went and literally encircled Taiwan with warships, jets, really provoking.
We get the point. Did y'all get the point? See, the thing that I wanted y'all to understand is, right, he just broke down and let y'all know from a government's perspective that every aspect of the internet is being hacked. There's nothing safe. Every aspect of the internet is being hacked. So, I mean, the reality of it is all we really care about money, right? Because that's the only thing that we have is our money, right? On this internet, protect your money. The crazy part about it is that when the dollar bill collapses, it's not going to be worth nothing. When the dollar bill collapses, it's not going to be worth nothing. Now, if you have money in the bank, if somebody hacks all the banks, just think. I want y'all to think for a second, right? If somebody hacked the bank, one of these different countries, and all of our money disappeared from the bank, and you know, some people got some zeros behind their money. They ain't just got $100 or $500 or $1,000. Some people, we save our money. And then you wake up tomorrow and all your money is gone from the bank. Now, the crazy part about it is we're on the brink of World War III. It would actually benefit the banks to sit up there and say, hey, your bank account was hacked by China, by Russia. It would actually benefit them to tell us, we didn't take your money, they did. So now you really, really want to go to war because you want your money back. Because if somebody hacked the bank and your zeros turn into a zero when you don't have no money in the bank, your life savings just disappear. Just like that. Are you not entertained? Mentally, are you prepared for that? I'm just saying. Oh, that's right. Some of you cats think that you got the block. Y'all just gonna go back to selling fentanyl. Tips on the block, right? Right. So now, we're going to do a recap, or rather, we're going to keep on moving forward. I'm going to play this again real quick. I'm going to let it play through. And then I'm going to get to my nigga Trump. Huh?
And President Biden and Vice President Harris were down there meeting with local officials, comforting families, asking how they could help. And Donald Trump at a rally just started making up stories about the Biden administration withholding aid from Republicans.
He's just making up stories. Obama sound desperate. Obama sounds desperate.
Areas and siphoning off aid to give to undocumented immigrants just made the stuff up. Everybody knew it wasn't true. Even local Republicans said it was not true. And now the people of Florida are dealing with another devastating storm. And I want you to watch. We have a guy who will just lie about it to score political points, and this has consequences. As people are afraid and they've lost everything, and now how do I apply for help? And some of them may be discouraged from getting the help they need. The idea of intentionally trying to deceive people in their most desperate and vulnerable moments.
Niggas sound desperate.
And my question is, when did that become okay? I'm not looking for applause right now.
Scald your children.
I want to ask Republicans out there, people who are conservative, who didn't vote for me, who didn't agree with me. I have friends who disagreed with me on every issue. When did that become okay? Why would we go along with that? I mean, if your coworkers acted like that, they wouldn't be your coworkers very long. If you're in business and somebody you're doing business with, just out
This nigga sound desperate.
write lies and manipulate, you stop doing business with. Even if you had a family member who acted like that, you might still love them, but you'd tell them you've got a problem. And you wouldn't put them in charge of anything. And yet,
Yo, he do sound like he crying, right? Obama sound like he's straight crying. I'm gonna show y'all why in a minute.
when Donald Trump lies or cheats or shows utter disregard for our Constitution,
Yo, you know what he sound like? You know what he sound like? He sound like one of them dudes that he going to a nigga girl. I'm saying. You gave Hassan Campbell a chance. Why you can't give me a chance? This nigga sound like Jagged Edge. He can't love you like I love you. Baby, you know it's true. And you should never be with a man if he can't be a man. Listen, all the men that you supposed to be, Obama, niggas don't give a damn. They don't want you. We don't want Kamala. We don't want you. You a player hater, my nigga. You sit up there, he can't love you like damn, they really pulling that many people out the building? YouTube trying to do a nigga dirty? Listen, man, we already done had almost 5,000 people in the building. Y'all can keep on playing with the numbers all y'all want to. We done rocked out already, and we still rocking. Trying to play with our analytics. They don't want the numbers to seem high.
when he calls POWs losers or fellow citizens vermin.
They are.
People make excuses for it. They think it's okay. They think, well, at least he's owning the libs. He's really sticking it to them. Who seem to think Trump's behavior of bullying and of putting people down is a sign of strength. And I am here to tell you that is not what real strength is. It never has been. Real strength is about working hard and carrying a heavy load without complaining. Real strength is about taking responsibility for your actions and telling the truth even when it's inconvenient. Real strength is about helping people who need it and standing up for those who can't always stand up for themselves. That is what we should want for our daughters and for our sons. And that is what I want to see in a president of the United States of America.
Obama, you know what I want to see? Let me show y'all why they scared.
In honor of Jocelyn, Nungari, Lakin, Riley, beautiful Lakin, Rachel, Morin, and all of the others that are dead and or mortally wounded at the hands of migrants who should never have been allowed into our country, I'm announcing today that upon taking office, we will have an Operation Aurora at the federal level. We will send elite squads of ICE, Border Patrol, and federal law enforcement officers to hunt down, arrest, and deport every last illegal alien gang member until there is not a single one left in this country. And if they come back into our country, they will be told it is an automatic 10-year sentence in jail with no possibility of parole. And I'm hereby calling for the death penalty for any migrant that kills an American citizen or a law enforcement officer.
You know what that sound like? Authority. Now, see me? Did y'all hear what Trump said? These people that's coming over the border, not all. There's some people that's coming over here to make a better life and a better living. We love you. We support you. To the people that's coming over here to make a better life and a better living, we support you. I support you. But there's a lot of people, something just ain't right. First of all, they coming over here setting up shop. Some of these dudes that came over the border, as soon as they came over the border, they ain't come over here with no woman. So they throwing jackets and ropes, strings over our woman necks and dragging them in between cars and having their way with them. They're having their way with them. They're coming over here and doing whatever they want to do over here to our people. See, and I'm going to say this again. I'm going to give y'all a story. Like in Bronx River, right? Bronx River has always been at war with each other. We always fought with each other. But one thing I loved about Bronx River, when we had beef outside of Bronx River, we all formed together. Papo, God bless the day. Before Papo went to jail, me and Papo was at beef with each other. When me and Papo got on Rikers Island, me, Papo, and Juju, a.k.a. Trouble or Checkmate, whatever you want to call them. Checkmate got 1,000 different names. Nigga, when we seen each other on Rikers Island, even when me and Nudie seen each other on Rikers Island, we was on Bronx River time. We all we got. Y'all letting people come across this border and they doing whatever they want to do in our land. And see, being that the men ain't being men in America, because we got to be afraid of if we decide to be men, we might get locked up by the police because the police have a quota to fill. So when you're trying to stop crime, you are committing a crime within itself. When you're trying to stop a crime in the black community, you are committing a crime within itself. Exactly. But now Trump,
In honor of Jocelyn.
hold up. Heal up. We up. Because Trump, ooh.
In honor of Jocelyn, Nungari, Lakin, Riley, beautiful Lakin, Rachel, Morin, and all of the others that are dead and or mortally wounded at the hands of migrants who should never have been allowed into our country. I'm announcing today that upon taking office, we will have an Operation Aurora at the federal level. We will send elite squads of ICE, Border Patrol, and federal law enforcement officers to hunt down, arrest, and deport every last illegal alien gang member until there is not a single one left in this country. And if they come back into our country, they will be told it is an automatic 10-year sentence in jail with no possibility of parole. And I'm hereby calling for the death penalty for any migrant that kills an American citizen or a law enforcement officer.
That's why y'all scared of Trump? Listen, y'all already know what time it is. They're going to give us the hardest time, which they doing. They playing with the live. They done snatched us from 4,800 down to 29. They're going to try to keep us lower because the reality of it is whoever was assigned to my page didn't expect me to go live this early because I haven't even been posting videos. So they wasn't really on point. And now that they here, they showing y'all exactly what they do to my channel. Instead of my numbers growing, they keep pulling and pulling and adjusting and adjusting and adjusting. It is what it is. And then sometimes y'all got to watch out for the people that's the comment section. Because some of these niggas is agents. Sending out codes to each other, the mass flag. So now they refusing the bots and they put little things. You got to watch. And see, to my mods, right? Don't take a nigga comment because you don't like what he said. Take a nigga comment because his comment is going to violate me, all that, the disrespectful shit, or because they saying something to jeopardize my channel. Outside of that, let the comments go through. Because controversial comments also help this channel. I get to respond to controversial comments. Yeah, some of that spamming. I just blocked somebody. They're sitting up there sending out their little codes and A's and B's. Like, get out of here. If you put A's and B's in my comment section, who are you talking to? You obviously having your own conversation with who? With your A's and B's. But you think I don't see you? Hassan Campbell, what have you done for the black community? You talk a good one. What I have done for the black community was dedicated my voice to speaking out against the things that destroys the black community. And in the process of that, I done had many attempts on my life because the first steps and stages of war is using your voice and speaking out against evil. 2, what I have done for the black community, I've raised foster kids, sent them to college. Have you? Have you ever taken an orphan or taken any children out of the welfare system and given them a home inside your house? You know how hard it is to do that when you're poor? Have you done that? No, you haven't. You're just in the comment section doing that or running your mouth. So I'm glad you asked me that, but here's the reality, right? I'm going to say this shit again. Where I live at, I'm having a hard time raising my children. You want to ask a broke nigga that made a couple of dollars and spent a couple of dollars taking care of everybody around me, and now them same selfish motherfuckers in the community or them real niggas that I took care of, these niggas ain't looking out for me. They're not trying to figure out. They're not even trying to sit up there and give me a form to say, yo, we're going to sign this saying that you gave us a minimum amount where we ain't got to pay taxes, where you can write us off as a tax write-off. They're not doing that. These niggas is real niggas until it's time to be real niggas. Real niggas until it's time to be real niggas. As far as the community, miss me with that shit. Because I'm going to say this again. I don't have to do nothing for my community, but I do things for my community because everybody here takes care of their own shit. Now, where you live at is a bunch of fucking bums. Worthless motherfuckers. And worthless motherfuckers always want to ask the next motherfucker, what are you doing for us? Nigga, what the fuck is you doing for yourself? Huh? What are you doing for yourself? Because men don't ask other men, what are you doing for my wife and children? Because if I got to take care of your wife and your children, then I want to WWF body slam your wife while your children is in the next room playing a PlayStation. You should go sit in the living room and play PlayStation with the kids. If another man got to sit up there and do for your wife and kids, then you are not worthy of having a wife and kids. If I got to come into your house and tell my wife, hey, babe, you gotta wait for a minute because I gotta be a grown man in this nigga house over here. Because a man ain't got no business asking another man. A man ain't got no business asking another man, what are you doing for the community? Nigga, what the fuck is you doing for your wife and kids? I know what I'm doing for my wife and kids. Clearly. I'm bringing home the bacon. What are you doing for your wife and kids? Huh? Nothing. Because if you was doing something for your wife and kids, you wouldn't even ask that question. What kind of question is that? What are you doing for the black community? The what? What am I doing for my village? I don't represent the black community. I represent the people that represent me. I don't represent the black community. I represent the people that's moving in the same direction in life that I'm going in. The black community, black is a spell. I represent the natives of America. I am a Native American. I represent the natives of America. That's why I grow my hair like the Native Americans had their hair grown. But they try to tell you that it's childish to be 50 years old with long hair. Why is it childish? To show where your village, where your tribe, what they represented. So you can't be 50 years old with braids in your hair because you putting your hair in the style, the same styles that help you in slavery. But you could be a 50-year-old rapper, right? Fuck out of here. I told y'all months ago, HASSAN changed my life at 17. I joined the military at 19, got out 23, and now I'm 24, making over 150K cybersecurity as a incident reporter, responder. The messages changed my mentality. Thank you, family. Appreciate you. Boring. What am I doing for the community? Get the fuck out of here. What am I doing for the community? Nigga, what are you doing for your wife and kids? What are you doing for your wife and kids? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Love it. I love it.
Lakin, Riley, beautiful Lakin, Rachel, Morin, and all of the others that are dead and or mortally wounded at the hands of migrants who should never have been allowed into our country. I'm announcing today that upon taking office, we will have an Operation Aurora at the federal level. We will send elite squads of ICE, Border Patrol, and federal law enforcement officers to hunt down, arrest, and deport every last illegal alien gang member until there is not a single one left in this country. And if they come back into our country, they will be told it is an automatic 10-year sentence in jail with no possibility of parole. And I'm hereby calling for the death penalty for any migrant that kills an American citizen or a law enforcement officer.
Hit him in the head with the headshot. Who ain't felt? Let me ask y'all a question, right? Everybody in the comment section. First of all, y'all already know the rules. Violate that like button, hit that like button. But if you watching me right now, right? If you approve of the death penalty or 10 years in jail for any of these migrants that come over here and kill our people, press 1. If you disagree with it, press 2. Huh? Where we at? I'm watching the comment section right now. Talk to me. You gonna tell me these people get to come over here and kill our people? Because even the police is our people. Shout out to the police officers out there that be locking up all these dudes that's running around hurting these children. Shout out to the police out there that's the first one on the scene to pick up our sons off the floor and safeguard them so that they don't get more bullets. Bullets. You can run but can't hide from the bullet. Don't worry about the gun. It's the bullet. Shout out to the police officers. All of the police officers that make it to the scene of a crime to pick up the body before it's a dead body and get it to the hospital so that the doctors can pull the bullets out of the floor, could come back home to their family. Shout out to the police officers that got to go in the hood and take out all the niggas and the bad bitches and lock them up so that the hood can have a break from dealing with real niggas and bad bitches that destroy their own community and take pride in destroying their own community and then want to come home when they 40 and 50 years old and work for guns up, like the gloves down. Guns down, gloves up. Because they dedicate their whole life to destroying the hood, and then when they ain't got nothing left, they want to work for the same police, with the same police. Shout out to the police. See, they keep stopping my shit and freezing it, but cool. Patiently. Shout out to the police that's out there on the front line every single day, determined to stop a crime. Not the police that's locking dudes up to fill and make a quota, but the police that's out there to stop a crime. Shout out to the police that's interacting with the young boys out there, giving them a speech instead of giving them handcuffs. Shout out to the police that's out there that's giving the young boys in the ghetto a speech and telling them to go home instead of locking them up. Because in the suburbs, let me tell you something, I was bugging out, right? Twice. I'm going to upload the video for y'all. 2 different occasions, I had somebody run through my fence. And both of the times they was intoxicated. The first time it happened, when I tell you the young boy down the block, the nigga was so drunk and so arrogant, I wanted to kill this little nigga. Black, West Indian. Shout out to West Indian brothers and sisters, but sometimes I cannot stand y'all. Too arrogant. I want to kill a little nigga. And it's crazy because I want to kill a little nigga. He don't even know he dealing with a psycho. But I caught his father later on. And I made his father understand, like me and his father had a conversation. It could have went real bad. But when the police came, they found the little nigga. He was so drunk that he couldn't even, he had the paint of my fence on his car. Came back to my house, a white officer, and told me, little black boy. This is what they told me in the suburbs. I live in the suburbs. They told me, they said, yo, he didn't mean no harm. He a good kid just acting up. And that fucked me up because I've never seen a cop do that. Second time, black kids. I'm gonna upload the video for y'all. Maybe tonight I might upload this so y'all can see the video I'm talking about. Black kids getting drunk and high. Second time, drove through my fence. Their car got stuck up under my kid's sliding board. I switched, where my pawn was at. See, if they drove through my yard in that same spot again, them niggas would have destroyed their car. But they knocked through my fence, got stuck up under my kid's sliding board. I used to have a sliding board where my kids played. Yo, they hitting my channel like crazy. They hitting my channel like crazy. So yeah, I'm sitting back and I'm watching. And it's like, yo, HASSAN, I had a hard time getting 1 in 5 from the bank, and those small bills not before you needed them. Yeah, they do give you a hard time, but you got to make. They're gonna give you a hard time, but you got to you. As a matter of fact, you just reminded me to go back to the bank, to go get some more ones, some more fives, and some more tens, and put them to the side. Because the reality of it is, there's no reason for the bank to have all your money. There is no reason for the bank to have all your money. Make sure you have, like, I don't know if y'all realize it, but these rich rappers make sure they keep about $1 million to $5 million in their crib. They make sure they got some cash in their crib. Get you some cash. And you, if you don't want to put it in your crib, like, create other places where you can hide your cash at. There's other places where you can hide it. I can't think for you. You got to think for yourself. Thought you was a tribal leader. I am a tribal leader, leading my tribe. What are you? What are you? Virginia Slim? Are you a cigarette? What are you? Stay positive. These soy boys talking about to vote for Kamala and Tampon Tim has kept so many young people out of trouble with his YouTube lives Saturday night, Saturdays, and Saturdays is for a reason. See, the whole thing is, we know why we here, but the agents is showing themselves through the bots. They hitting this channel so much while we live because they want the numbers to come in so small. And they see that we cooking over here, doing what we do. They don't want us to have high numbers. They want to make it seem like the channel is on a decline. We see them clear as day. I haven't even been posting up like that. But I'm telling everybody, notice how I went in and went out before I said support my Patreon on patreon.com. Notice that every zap the page, we have less and less views every time they zap it. I can show y'all clear as day why Obama is scared to death.
America has a message for you. If we allow Borders Czar Harris to win this election, every community in this great country is going to go to hell.
Ooh.
The untold millions of people, unvetted, who she has allowed into this country that are committing murders, rapes, robberies, burglaries, and every other crime will continue to put our country in peril. Only one man can fix that. That is Donald J. Trump. He has always stood with the men and women who protect this border, who put their lives on the line for the country. A man who knows about putting his life on the line for what is right. This November, we have a choice to make. Continue the chaos. Allow the criminal cartels to control the border, to allow drugs and fentanyl across our country, or put an end to it once and for all. On behalf of the 16,000 men and women represented by the National Border Patrol Council, we strongly support and endorse Donald J. Trump for President of the United States.
That sound like confidence. That shit sound like confidence. Meanwhile, you see, you hear the confidence? Meanwhile, listen to your black leader.
Part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for that. And so now you're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you because you think that's a sign of strength, because that's what being a man is, putting women down. That's not acceptable.
This nigga got some nerves. So hold up. So you think being a man is coming in the black community and sleeping with the black woman, but ignoring the black child? You that evil stepdad that ignored the black woman, but had babies by the black woman. You gave the best to your child, but ignored her child, the evil stepchild. See, you came into the black house, Obama. Obama came into the black house. And he had children called the LGBTQ community. You had gay children, and you gave all your energy and all your love to the gay community. But the children that had other fathers, you didn't give us no love. There was no lectures. There was no speeches. There was no programs for us. You came through the door focused on gay. But you didn't love us. But see, Obama, somewhere you tried to play divide and conquer with us, not realizing that gay children had the same mother as straight children. See, I don't understand why y'all play this divide and conquer game, but all of us regular people have gay people in our family. So why you make it seem like there's a drift or war between gay people and straight people when our brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles are gay? There is no difference between us, but then y'all put a label called LGBTQ, just like, for example, with Darren Sills. Let me show y'all Darren Sills. Images of Darren Sills. Images of Black Lives Matter, Darren Sills. Now, don't put they put this other dude up here that look crazy. See this dude right here? That dude right there was the original Black Lives Matter. Then they replaced him. What they paid activists. You see the difference? They replaced him with they paid activists.
Part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for that. And so now you're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you Being a man is putting women down. That's not acceptable.
Obama, what you think a man is somebody that puts straight children down? That's not acceptable. Me and Land Studios. Hassan, was good, family? The lab is in the building. Shout out to you. Thank you for sponsoring this war. If the super chat is not working, the Cash App is $ Hassan Campbell. Let's hit him in the head with the... There's so much going on. Shout out to the 3,700. Y'all see how the numbers is jumping? Y'all see how the live is jumping? The numbers is jumping now. Oh, we went from 37 back to 34. We see you. We see y'all. Y'all bots got to keep working. I'm going to make you niggas work. I'm going to make you work. Pray for Obama. You better pray for your children. Matter of fact, get out of here. I'll pray for Obama. Get out of here. Get out of here. Pray for Obama. Get your ass out of my comment section. Get out of here. I couldn't even stand looking at that. Pray for Obama. Trump is the one with all the assassination attempts, but you talking about pray for the man that wants your children to have gay sex. That's fighting for your children to have gay sex. He's not fighting for your children to have food, jobs. He wants your children to have gay sex. That's his mission. Obama, when he was in office, outside of destroying Gaddafi, the only mission he had was to make sure that your children lick lollipops. Lick it like a lollipop. Almost rainbow, but we're not going to corrupt the rainbow. A rainbow is a gift from God. Somehow they movement hijack the rainbow. Like we're not gonna do that, and we ain't gonna taste the rainbow neither. Wow, did they really just take 1,000 people out of the building just like that? YouTube, did y'all really just take 1,000 people out of my live just like that? Whoever's behind the scene, y'all trying y'all hardest to kill this channel. Y'all trying your hardest. People still realize I'm still the truth. Like, damn, just let me be. Why don't you go over to the whack-ass channels and do that? Whoever it is, whoever, and the crazy part about it is, this might not even be the CIA or FBI. This might be one of them other YouTubers that just don't want to see a nigga on top that got a hacker. Because I've seen YouTube channels brag about this shit. How they do other YouTube channels like that. Like the same nigga that told me it was going to happen to me was bragging about how he was doing the shit to other channels. That's why I don't fuck with that nigga and I look at him sideways. I was all good until I started sitting with the bigger platforms. The ones who felt like I was a threat to everything that they was doing. Y'all can figure out from there. Because they all sat down with me. The only channel that didn't sit down with me was Drake Champs. But want to axe around with Bambaataa. I understand. I would never sit down. Like, there's no reason to sit down with these bigger platforms again. Now, let's get to a little bit of the celebrity gossip. Just a little bit.